Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the It's Pizza Time podcast. I'm your host, iNDiGO. Today I'm joined by a very special guest, Dani Demand.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. Would you, I guess, for everybody who doesn't know who or what Dani Demand is, would you like to give like a brief explanation who you are, what you do? Little bit about
Sure.
yourself.
So as iNDiGO said, hello, I am DansDemand. I usually like to make a whole bunch of like dubstep, especially like color bass, and sometimes like heavier like Brittum-ish kind of stuff. Been making music for a little under 4 years at the time of this recording. And I don't know. There's not really much to me, I guess. I'm just here.
Nice, pretty crazy.
Pretty fog.
It's probably, like, not a lot of people. Like, I've talked about this before, but it's like not a lot of people I feel like have anything planned at all. Like, they don't even know like what to say about themselves.
I don't.
So like, you don't really have to worry about it.
All right.
But I guess, yeah. So you're probably, I guess, where do you think like most people like listening to this would probably know you from? If like,
Where would they know me from? I mean, if people were to know me from anything, it'd be from like my song "Need Your Love." Like that's obviously the one that's like my most popular. But I'm trying to work on some other songs that might
yeah, but
go up a little bit.
I meant like along the lines of like where have you released, like,
Oh, okay. So I've been on Rushdown, Exabolt. I've been on, it's either Rainolix or Rhinolix. I keep on forgetting how to pronounce it, but I've been there, and yeah. Those are like some three main ones, especially more recently.
Pog. All right. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, you've been around the block for about a minute now. So I guess I will, yeah, I guess, and you know what? I'll jump right into the question we ask everybody here.
Jump right into it. All right.
Sorry, I don't string words I don't like slur words together, but I create like what sounds that aren't there.
I thought you were about to like combine two words together. Like I get the jump into it. I don't get the DR.
I don't know. I'm like very tired. So I'm like but then again, it's like I feel like I speak like stupidly regardless of how tired I am. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't. I might just be using that as an excuse to like get out of it.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Yeah, but
I get it.
All right, I'll give you the question that we ask everybody on the show.
Right.
I'm pretty sure like you already know what it is, but
yeah, I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah. What is your favorite kind of pizza?
All right. It's any kind of pizza that has a bunch of meat on it. Like, you can have vegetables on it, but there has to be meat on it. Like people can give you like the traditional like pepperoni pizza, which I absolutely adore. But there have been like a couple like Philly cheesesteak kind of pizzas that I've had in the past, which are amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, I had some guests on like I mean, as of recording this, we recorded it yesterday, but
Yeah.
yeah, they talked about like Philly cheesesteak pizzas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were super into that.
Yeah, yeah. They're they're definitely on the come up, I guess.
Yeah, probably. It's like it feels like I've only been hearing of them more recently,
Mm,
not so much like a year ago or something.
yeah. No, I got it. Maybe people decide to finally get check out that item on the menu and they're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, probably there's something around there,
Something along those lines.
something along those lines. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I guess like for real question, real quick.
Right.
Because I've
Right.
been wondering like after like talking to a couple of people like over the past like couple weeks, what is like your go to like I guess pizza chain restaurant like out of like the Domino's
That's
pizzas
an
like out of
yeah,
them.
that's actually an easy one. Yeah, I go to Domino's. In
Okay.
fact, actually, at the time I was recording a couple of days ago, I wasn't like, really feeling the best. I was, feeling super sad. And thankfully, Skybreak comes to my rescue. It's like, hey, I know you're sad. I'll order you a pizza. Like, don't have to pay me back. Just, hopefully you enjoy the pizza. And I was just like bawling my eyes out at like with a blend of like sadness and joy because I'm getting pizza, but also I was just sad and I don't know why, but like pizza from other people
Oh yeah, that's
just
the
tastes
best.
so much better. It tastes so much
I
better.
feel like that works with any food. Just like any food with
Yeah,
the hospitality behind it, it just feels better.
yeah. It feels better. Like
Yeah.
it's not only does it taste better, but it there's an extra element of just like satisfaction
Yeah,
behind
like
it.
the food might even not even be that good. It will just taste better by comparison knowing that it's from somebody. That like
Yeah, exactly. I, I love it.
yeah, it's like if you just put them side by side and blind taste tested them, it's like it could be worse, but it's like, it's the fact that they took the time and money, like their personal time and money to make sure that it got to you. You
Right.
know? It's like
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can pay them back somehow, but like they're being Sky's being really like adamant, like I don't pay him back, despite the fact that I really want to, because like this is like one of the nicest things that anyone's ever done for me. So um, I'm this is like a high praise for him.
yeah, I feel that though. It's like I'm very like not one to I guess wanna take stuff without paying people back.
Right.
I really like I guess want to keep it even because I'm not one who likes owing people anything. Um,
Exactly.
but like I guess more recently or it's like I've just kind of realized like you know like I also am one of those people that if I get something for somebody I'll be like don't pay me back. So it's like I feel like sometimes I'm obligated to take it because I know like they're probably feeling like they do not want me to like pay them back at all. And it's sometimes I can respect that depending on the
Right.
person, you know. Like sometimes I'll be like I know that like, you know, they sometimes I know like some people can be like, "Oh yeah, they have they like want to drop it," and then like that's like they've like determined that, I'm not going to be able to pay them back at all and I'll just like accept that. You know those people?
Right.
Like you'll try to be like you'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's like they'll get you like, a $10 burrito at Chipotle." And I'll be like, "Okay, here's $10." And they'll be like, "No, no, no, no. I got this." And you'll like try to slip it into their bag or something while they're not looking and they'll be like it's like and
Oh,
then no,
I
you'll try to give it back to them that way and they'll be like, not so fast," and they fucking find it and then give it back to you. They're just that
no,
adamant.
I've been with those people. I've been, and I absolutely, and like I absolutely hate those people. I'm not gonna lie because like it's like reverse pickpocketing,
Yeah. It's like
and something about that just like makes me feel absolutely uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like I feel the only people that you could do it with is like people maybe like your family. That's like I
Um,
feel. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm closer with my family that like we can do that. But like,
I think the thing is like I don't even think so either because like if my I'm so used to the fact that like if my family's gonna give me money, they're gonna be like, hey, I'm giving you money. There's nothing you could do about it. Like there's no like secrets.
that's fair. Then again, yeah, that's a fair point. I feel like it's definitely a case by case basis, like per person. Like,
Right.
what
Right.
people are comfortable with. Obviously, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't want people putting shit in my stuff, or like I wouldn't want people like messing around in my stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah. Like
on the same end, if like I told them like I was gonna cover something, and then like I fucking I check my like jacket pocket or something, and then like I find like a 20 in
yeah.
there or something that wasn't there earlier, and I then like I'm not gonna be super upset. I'll be like a little bit weirded out, but I won't be upset.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
when did you do this? And like, what sorcery? How? Um,
For me, I think whenever does it to me, because like I have awful memory.
mm,
So like you could say something to me, and then 5 minutes later, I'll instantly forget about it. Like unless it's like something super important. But
yeah.
there have been times when like, oh,
Hey, it's John.
hello,
What's good? What's good?
hey, we're just talking about pickpocketing, reverse
Pickpocketing.
pickpocketing.
No, we're talking about the reverse. We're talking about put pocketing.
Yeah. Put pocketing. My bad.
Put
Oh,
pocketing.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. No, there's been times when like um, someone slipped me a 20. They stole my wallet, put a 20 in there, put it back in my pocket, and I didn't feel a thing because like I had
Oh,
like
okay.
pretty
No,
baggy jeans on
no,
at the
that's
time.
weird. That's weird. Now that's something that you don't
Yeah,
do.
that and the thing is like we were going to a restaurant. It's like I'll pay for or why not? And then I opened up my wallet. And it's like, huh, I don't remember this 20 being here. But then again, I don't remember anything. So I'm like, oh, I probably had a 20 in here all this time. Looking back, no.
Yeah, like that is completely not what I'm like on about. I'm like if I need to give this money to the person, I'm like the only like places I would ever put it would be like in either if they're wearing like a hoodie, how like the hoodie like I guess pockets like where your hands would go, they're like kind of like flailing off to the
Right.
side. Just either just throw it in there or maybe just throw it in their hood.
No.
Yeah, that's like
One there have been times when I caught them
mm,
because like sometimes I would instead of using the cash, I would use like my debit card to pay for it all, and then I would just see their face drop, like, oh.
that's unlucky. Yeah, I think I've only done it like twice, but it's only with people that are like I've been really close with.
It
But like,
it always feels weird to
yeah,
me.
but I can't,
Even
I
to the
can't, I
even with
cannot,
the
I
people
cannot.
that I was like super close with.
Yeah, but I cannot understand somebody like taking out your entire wallet and sliding like it in your wallet. That's like
Oh
that's fucked up.
god,
That's weird.
it's fucked up. It is.
Yeah, it, it's it,
Um,
it's interesting. I should just like if I ever have to do it again, I should bring like a roll of tape with me and just like tape it to their person. So that way I'm not actually putting it in their pockets, but it's like now it's stuck to them and they have to deal with it. I'll just tape it to them and run away.
you know what I absolutely love because I have a feeling like in the future, definitely like how like phones are like what is it? You have a fingerprint sensor on it and it unlocks it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like maybe not sometime in the future it'll be the exact same thing for a wallet. So even if
Oh my
someone does
God.
pickpocket you, they can't access it.
How do they not have that yet? That is like that's the
I
thing that you should be
I
sealing with
literally
your
thought of that
fingerprint.
on the spot.
They should have
Hey,
that.
maybe here's the thing. Maybe someone is watching this podcast right now, and
Dude, no.
and they're
You
like,
got to
"Huh,
you
that's a
no,
great
you got to
idea."
trademark
I'm
it right now. That's your million
nah,
dollar idea right there.
nah. Even if it isn't $1 million idea, I'm not gonna trademark it. Whoever wants that idea, go for it. All right, it's your idea, not mine.
Damn. That's like damn, that is like the
That
nicest.
I'm. It's not. It's not. I just don't give a shit.
So you're gonna like see somebody like releasing
Right.
the wallet that like the biometric wallet, and they're gonna be like it's gonna be a company that gets bought for like $1.3 billion, and you're just gonna be like, yeah, I came up with it first, and then just present this podcast,
Oh yeah.
receive like a quarter of
Oh
all of
yeah,
the
come in
money.
at the last second.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, I had this idea first. Here's this
Yeah.
very rudimentary set up podcast to prove it.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, no, in all honesty, I really don't care. But I do see that sometime in the future where almost everything is like fingerprint locked.
yeah, probably. It's like either the biometric like fingerprint stuff, or it's gonna be like the Apple like Face ID kind of stuff.
Right. I mean that's still even right now. But
Hmm?
yeah, I
Right.
see what you
I
mean.
guess it would be kind of like better than just like there's no
Yeah.
security at all in a way. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like an upgrade, I guess.
I feel like
Like a
the
little.
yeah
Yeah.
the Face ID. It's like it's creepy because like they could take that I guess data, but then
Yeah.
again I feel like it's harder to crack considering like with a fingerprint like they
Right.
can like I guess take a piece of tape and then like get something that you
Does that work?
touched. Yeah,
Does it
yeah,
actually
yeah.
work?
If
I'm
you can
not
actually
sure
do
about
that. I mean, I don't think
Oh.
you need to do a little more to it, but you can get like an accurate like fingerprint from like an object.
Oh, shoot.
But you can't really you won't really secretly be able to get a mold of somebody's face, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah. Cuz you
I
can't
mean,
Just show it right in front of their face.
if they're sleeping,
I
you're
mean
not going to
like
be able to like
Activated.
plaster their face and then like, wait like 8 hours for it to dry.
I mean, once again, the future holds so many things. Cause like, here's the thing. You know how like when people think about the future, they always think about like all the advancements of the current technology.
Yeah.
I People don't tend to think about like what new technology there will be in the future. Say we time travel back 100 years ago.
Oh
Like
yeah.
April 25th, 1921. There
Yeah.
was no such thing as video games.
It's
So
yeah.
why would anyone like consider from back then like consider video games as a
Yeah, I
thing?
mean, like in the 20s, like the idea of a computer was completely like unknown too.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's like it's weird because there's a good chunk of like ideas that people want to see like as future inventions, right? Like flying cars and whatnot. But
right.
there's only like those few, and then like everything in between is like completely unknown. It's like
Right.
sure we want to fucking travel space, but we might find a better way for space travel than rockets. You know, maybe we find like
Yeah, exactly.
just something that just is completely like unheard of to us.
Yeah, or maybe a fuel source for a whole bunch of rockets that allows it to go even further and
Yeah,
use less.
truth. Like it's an open it's a
It's
very
an
open
open
ended.
book.
Yeah, very open ended.
Yeah.
Um, damn. Now we're actually talking philosophy and shit. Like the future.
Yeah, like I'm always really interested in this kind of stuff, anyways, because I'm studying psychology,
Mm,
and so like any of this already interests me anyways. So just like, not only philosophy, but like just how people work in general.
Yeah, the
Because
human
like once
mind
again,
is pretty
people
interesting.
wouldn't be thinking about this.
Yeah, some people are like okay with put pocketing and some aren't. I don't. Have you ever? I just thought
Come
about
on.
that. It's funny because pickpocketing, that's illegal, right? But the opposite, which is pickpocketing, is also illegal. You thought about that? The opposite of the
Is
illegal
it?
activity is also illegal. What?
I mean,
I mean,
sort of. I mean, here's the thing. It's not necessarily the opposite. You're still taking someone's possession. Like if
okay.
you
Well,
break it
not. I
down.
mean, not taking it out and putting it back. I mean, like just taking something, anything, and putting it there. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's like if
I
you
mean, like imagine.
have you ever played Skyrim? It's like if you go to Skyrim, search
I've
them, and then just
not, but
oh, you've
I've
never.
seen a bunch.
Yeah,
I've never played Skyrim.
damn, dude.
Same. Me neither.
John,
I haven't played it. Like I'm being serious.
John,
Like I've seen videos on it and stuff, but I
John,
just never like
I can't
visited.
be disappointed in
You're
Danny, but I'm
awake.
disappointed in John. Yes. All right, but yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, I think I should stop talking about putting things in people's pockets.
But actually, since you brought up that, I have actually recently bought Dishonored, the game on Steam
Dishonored's
last
supposed
night.
to
Like,
be really good. Yeah, I played like half of it and I didn't finish it.
it's one of my. I think no, it's not one. It is my favorite game of all time, and I was like, oh my god, this game's $10 right now. That's a steal. I'm getting it, and I'm playing.
That's
yeah,
how Steam gets
Right
you,
now.
man.
It's not even a sale. It's just $10.
Do you go through Steam? Like, do you buy
I
games through
use
Steam?
Steam and Epic.
Dude, that's how
I mean,
Steam gets you. Like 80% off sales, like 60 times a
it
year.
wasn't even a sale. It wasn't even a sale. It was just like
It was just $10.
max price at that point.
Really?
Yeah, it was just $10. Yeah, because the game
right
was like came out 2012, and they were just bumping it down anyways because
That's crazy. It's wild.
I know. So it's not even the thing with Steam. I was just like, oh my god, one of my favorite games ever is $10 and not 60.
That's kind of true. Like, that's actually like fucking. I can't believe like new video games are like $60. That's such a like. Now that I think about it, that's a lot of money for what it is.
Like, I mean, do you blame them? Because like these games can take like 2 to 3 years at the minimum.
Yeah, I guess, and it's not like. It's also you're now like paying. It's paying to own, rather than like if you go see a movie in the theaters, right? You can go see it multiple times, but you have to pay each time.
Right.
If it's a really
like
good
you're
movie.
not owning the movie.
Yeah, like I've definitely seen like the same movie in theaters a couple times.
Yeah. I'm trying. One of the times I've done that was for Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, but oh my god. I just wanted like
Such a good movie,
dude. If we're gonna talk about that movie, I could go on forever about how fucking amazing the animation in that movie is.
Yes. One of my favorite things about that movie I found out later was how Miles Morales is only 12 frames per second until he becomes Spider-Man.
It's so sick. Like for the most part, like when he's like flustered and whatnot, he moves on twos in like 12 frames per second.
Right.
And then when he finally starts getting a grip on things, he ends up being like the full 24 frames per second, which is fucking, it's so cool. Oh my god, John, do you know what we're talking about, right?
Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Guess what?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
You never seen Spider?
I have not.
God damn it.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Like, I highly recommend it. It is one of the
Yes.
best animated movies of the
I want to
decade.
see it. I want to see it though. Is it like it should be online somewhere, right? At this point, I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
Should
it
be.
might
Like, you have
still be on
Netflix, I think
Netflix.
it's there.
Might still be there because it was there for a while.
Yeah.
Like you should do that. Anyway, wait, John, what have you been doing? Like I forgot like to probably mention this for the people listening, but John, you haven't been here in how long?
Dude, this whole
you
this
you
whole
haven't been
couple
here in
months
a
has been
while.
like a disaster.
Aw, honey. I'm sorry.
I no, I just
Aw.
honestly, I'm right now. I'm kind of just I don't know. Like I had school on, and I kind of burned out, so I ended up dropping. Like I dropped physics basically. Like it was like Calc 2 physics, and I dropped
Damn.
calculus 2 as well. I kind of burned out. That's why, because every day, my whole schedule is basically me waking up at 9 and starting the whole day, like no breaks, no eating, like 6. So like my first clock p.m. And
That's
then
a
like I
lot.
would go to sleep at 4 in the morning.
Damn.
And then I mean like my I'm still I couldn't take it no more, you
Aw.
know. So like I had no time
Aw.
anything at all. That's why like so when I dropped, it felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if like, you ever get that feeling, but you know how you're
Yeah.
busy a lot, and then all of a sudden when you stop being busy, it kind of feels like all right, what am I supposed to do with this time?
Oh
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know, it's
I,
like
I,
huh?
I hate it.
It's weird.
Yeah,
I
it's like
also
it's so weird.
yeah, it's
It's
also
like
like you feel like you get a little less productive after you open that up
exactly.
because it's like now you're not required to do it, so you're like I guess doing it less.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what like the whole like couple of weeks I've been trying to like figure that out. I'm like I was like I don't know what to do, you know. So I just like friend we're just like hanging out and just like
Yeah,
kind
dude,
of
you just
relaxing a bit for now.
dude,
Right.
that's the way you gotta take care of your
Yeah.
brain.
My sleep is still so fucked. I sleep at like
Aw.
4 or 5 in the morning now. I
Oh
can't sleep
no.
early no more because of that.
I mean, I feel that. I tried going to bed earlier last night, but then I was like, oh no, it's 4 a.m.
Do you also go to school too, like just college?
Not even that. This is my last semester. I'm
Oh,
graduating within a month, less than.
oh shoot,
Let's
nice.
go.
Yeah.
It's
Yay.
fucking DansDemand PhD.
Dude, you dipped out at the best moment right now, like with COVID going on, like damn.
No, one of the sad thing, because my sister was a year before me, and she was supposed to graduate last year, but well, technically she did graduate, but like she didn't get that proper ceremony. She just got like the
Oh,
thing in the mail. It was like, oh, that's it.
that's so horrible, honestly. Like I
Dude,
It
hope
is.
people got
It
it.
2020,
is.
man.
20.
20,
I'm so glad 2020 is done with. Like, I know there's like a couple of bad things happening in 2021, but like in my mind, I'm like, it's not 2020.
I think
So
2020 was definitely like the worst year overall for this century so far. You
so
know,
far, I mean, like, yeah,
probably
like,
like I can't say like for all the years coming for the rest of the century, but like it's probably gonna be one of, if not the worst year for the century, considering it just like
oh
how
yeah,
much was just literally like how much shit went down, man.
God, like it was one of those years where like I couldn't catch a. The thing that really bummed me out the most was like, so remember when AU5 and Chime were like announcing duo tour,
Oh yeah, the Void
like
Walkers
Void
tour.
Walkers is? Yeah. Um, I I found out this show to me was actually going to be on my birthday, and I would have been
Oh,
21 that
Oh,
day. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. Not only am I gonna go see some of my favorite artists, but I'm gonna be able to finally drink with my heroes, legally and all that shit. And then COVID hit, and I'm like, oh,
no.
damn, dude, that sucks.
yeah, it's all
That
right though.
I feel that though. It's like I oh my god, I had so many like tickets for upcoming shows like throughout the entirety of 2020.
Right.
Like I had them already like booked, and I haven't like a lot of them I didn't refund because like I was like I'm gonna go anyway. So I might as well just keep them until then, because like every other
Right.
person, like every other person in existence, we were all like, oh, it's like haha, 2 weeks off, funny. Because we were just thinking like, oh, it's not gonna be that long,
And
is it? Here we are, like a fucking year and a half later.
Dude, I hate it.
no, it's not. It's not a year and a half. It's like a year and a month
Yeah,
here later. It
yeah.
feels like a year and a half though,
It
but
does.
I'll give
I
you
mean,
that.
yeah. I gotta remember that like we didn't have like COVID the first like 2 months, so or 2.5 months. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It kind of hit. Or maybe we did have it and no one just knew about it.
Or yeah,
Because I have a feeling that's a little bit more realistic. But
it hadn't
that's
really
that's
hit
just me.
the U.S. so much yet. The one
Yeah.
that the one that like I was super excited to go see like before COVID hit was the one that um it got shut down it was the weekend that everything shut down. So like right before
Ah.
like or it was gonna happen like right that week, which sucked. But
Oh
do you
no.
know who Karma Fields is?
Oh,
Oh, Karma Field. Yeah, I was actually listening to their music like a couple days ago. Actually,
Dude,
yeah.
I love their stuff because it's so like all like even like all their new stuff and all their old stuff, some of it is like so weird and experimental, and I love that kind of shit. And it
Right.
was gonna be their like I think it was gonna be like their debut live show, I think.
Damn.
And yeah,
No.
and they had like super sick
No.
visuals set up. They had like an entire like venue, almost like kind of like custom, or not like custom, but like it's a venue that didn't do like musical shows. It was like an art studio that they had to like remake for this. It was like
Damn.
yeah, it was fucking. I was super stoked, and that week is the week everything had to shut down.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Karma Fields
Oh
the
yeah,
most
I
because
was
like they
super
prepare
stoked.
it for us. Damn.
And it was like they clearly put like a lot of effort into that too, because there was the merch there was a merch line that came out and it literally had the date of that show, because that's like the whole merch line was based around that show.
Damn.
They put out the merch, but the show never happened. So unfortunate. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I just realized? We said we were gonna talk about it. We were gonna save talk about it for the podcast, but I guess
Oh right.
yeah. Should we talk about you and do want? Can I should I call them
D-
developments? I
d-
don't know how to. What's the right word?
no, be blunt. Be blunt. All right. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people are just gonna be like, what is Pizza Man saying?"
Yeah. You've come out. I wouldn't say like super recently, but fairly recently. You've officially come out as transgender, correct?
Yes, I have, and
Yeah.
I'm not looking back so far.
That's about as blunt as I can get. Um.
No. The bluntest you could be is like, you thought you were a guy, but
Now, not.
that's as blunt.
Yes. But yeah, I guess so. I'm not gonna ask like I guess what led up to that, but more so I guess how rather like I guess now after like having made that leap, I
Yeah.
guess how do you see I guess has like your perspective on like anything just shifted, like, or do you feel like I guess I'm sure you feel like better
Um.
because you're now like suited, or
Yeah.
more
Well,
suited by
I think
yourself,
I
but
think a couple of perspectives have changed. Well, for one, definitely my perspective of myself and my life has changed. Because like you ever just like look back on something in your life and you're just like, why did I do that or something like that? Why did I feel that way? And then years
mm,
later you're like, oh, that.
Oh
It's
yeah. Are you
basically
like yeah?
yeah,
Okay.
basically a whole bunch of stuff like that happened for me when I started putting the pieces together.
You were like, oh yeah, that
I
kind of
guess.
explains like some of the things before.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that
Um.
must be like natural to some degree. I mean, I can't say from experience, but
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like, I could tell my story, I guess, or quote unquote. I
yeah.
don't even know. So, so we all know Uma, my
Yes.
lover to death.
Oh yeah.
So
We had Rose on the show a while
yep,
ago.
I know. Yep, I watched that one
Yeah.
especially.
I embarrassed myself a
Um,
couple times.
um, yeah, I think it was like either September or October, but like, she came to me and she was like, "Hey, we're all in a call together. Do you want to join us? It's in a different server." And I was like, "You know what? Sure, why not?" And so she invites me, and the server is like gone at this point because like um, they had to delete it. I forget why, but
Mm.
um, so it was a server dedicated to like femboys and trans people and just like people in the scene and all that stuff. And people at first were like, "Oh my god, DansDemand is trans," and at first, of course, I was like, "Oh no, I'm just a guy. I'm like just want to be here and hang out, but I support everyone." And a couple of things like started to shift in me because like a this group of people specifically, I felt really comfortable with, despite the fact that I've never really like talked to them, which felt odd at first, but I let it slide. And also, um, this was also a question I never really like asked myself. Like, am I more of like a feminine kind of person? So I decided to ask myself that, because I felt like maybe, maybe I'm not as masculine as I think I was, and especially like the following months after, um, it I guess I got really dysphoric. I guess because like I finally asked that question, and like it got to the point where like sometimes at night I was in physical pain because I just wanted to be presented in a very feminine or like just be perceived as like a girl or whatever. I was still denying it though, because that's not me, of course. But then one night, I think the pain was just like so bad, like this huge discomfort for me, to the point where I was like, okay, you know what, screw it. I am going to buy myself a dress on Amazon, and then that way my mind can shut up. And if you remember, it was back in like February where I got that dress, and I got like a couple of knee socks, and I just like took a picture, posted it online, and I felt cute. And at first I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wear this, but the entire day I just felt really nice. And by the end of it, I didn't want to take off the dress, and I just felt like a girl. And then that's when I started really asking myself, am I trans? And then eventually I came out sometime like March-ish, early March, and it's like, yep, this is it. So yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, congrats. That's a huge step in the right direction, I guess, for you.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
yeah, it's like I know that shit's it's hard. Like because it's a very
It
like
is.
obviously I can't speak from experience, but it's super. I can imagine like it's really it must be like a lot to deal with because it's like
Yeah.
living
Yep.
like an entire way like for pretty much your entire life
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like it must be incredibly different
Yeah.
to.
Think of it as like your life has a plot twist and it just hits you in the face like a brick wall. Like has that ever happened to you, or is that just a me thing? It doesn't have to be on like this specific topic, just in general, like
Oh yeah, I
like
mean,
a plot twist in your
yeah,
life.
yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody must have
Yeah.
had like an experience at some point in their life where they're kind of like seeing everything one way and then just all of a sudden there's a perspective shift like that just throws them off.
Right. Yeah, and at the same time, everything just makes more sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I
Right.
feel like it's also so like for one like, good on you for like actually coming to terms with yourself with it, but also like good to like congratulations and, good job for actually, be willing to come out to it like publicly because that's also a really
Yeah.
difficult thing for people to do. Like it's
Yeah.
I'd say it's like even I don't want to say it's more difficult because again, I don't know, but
Actually, to be honest, like I I didn't come out to like my family and like in real life friends until after I came out in public
mm,
because even though like they're family and all that stuff, like I think the fear of just like if I told you like something like I don't care about your opinion because your opinion does not affect my life and your perspective of me doesn't change the way that you interact with me,
yeah, and
or at least I don't care.
yeah.
But
And it's also you don't have like any I guess physical ties with me. You don't have to interact with me like on
yeah,
a fairly regular
yeah,
basis.
exactly. But like with my family, thankfully I've eventually told everyone at this point. But before I did, like I was just really scared because you know, like if I tell them something that like changed their perspective of me, it's gonna be a lot. So I just kind of I told the world first before I told my world. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, you know, again, good on you. I I don't really know what to say like in that situation
I mean,
because it's like
if you don't, it's all right. It's all right.
okay, cool. Because it's like to me, I find it just it's a very um I find it what's the right word? I don't want to say like
Words
intriguing
don't
because it's like
describe how you feel. I
yeah,
guess
because
maybe.
it's not like I want to say I don't want to say I find it intriguing, but it is like it's eye opening to learn about like the actual experience behind it from somebody who's actually living it. Because I can
Yeah. Yeah.
for like with anything you can kind of like have a hypothesis of like what it's like, but you won't really
Yeah.
you will never know like firsthand, and like the best you can do is like I
Hmm.
guess know secondhand if you're not like living it.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So thank you
besides
for
all the
enlightening me.
this, you're welcome. Besides all the sad and sappy stuff, I felt so much happier with myself. I've been for the most part, I've been going under the name Daniela more recently because I still want to be you know a Dan because I actually do feel comfortable with like that, but
Yeah.
um, but for like convenience sake, you can call me like Danny, like Dani or something like that.
Swag.
I know.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fun thing to listen back to, I
Yeah,
guess.
dude, you have no idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Uh,
I'll listen to it while editing, and all the time I feel like I'm like, wow, I really embarrassed myself this time. Like,
no, no,
and that's
no,
like
no,
every
no,
time.
no,
But that's every time, so like, don't
no,
worry about it. Um,
no.
like,
No, you're
I
just more
guess
self-critical on yourself. That's all.
that might be true. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like one question that I'm pretty sure like that a lot of people might have like regarding you
Mm-hmm.
is
Uh-huh.
about I guess will you be changing your name along with the rebirth? Are you
I
going to
gotten that a
continue?
couple times.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, I don't think so. I don't, not anytime soon, at least, because I'm like, even though it still kind of uses like my old name, it still has meaning to me outside
Mm.
of that. And also, even if I did want to come up with a new name, it's gonna be a lot harder to find something that is, nothing, something that I'm also comfortable with, but something that is unique.
Yeah.
Like how many dance bands do you know out there?
I know you and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can find a whole bunch of people that name themselves like um what's something Pulsar or something like that.
Any kind of color. Any kind of color.
Yeah, Indigo. Yeah.
My
Oh, blue.
myself
Perfect.
included.
How many blues do you know out there?
A good amount.
Yeah, exactly. Like so it's in my mind I want something that's super unique, like something that no one's ever really like thought of, but something I'm also really comfortable with. There are a couple names I have come up with that are pretty nice, and people tell me, "Oh, that's a really nice alias or cool like EP name or something like that." Like, like for example, I would. Um, I'm probably gonna get doxxed for this or some shit, but like my last name is actually spelled pretty weird. So it's my last name is Romanus, but it's spelled in a way where if you looked at it, you would think it says Romaniac. So
Okay.
I would probably take that whole idea of just like calling myself the Romaniac or something,
That's
even
kind
though
of
it's a
that's kind of
taken name
rad
even
though.
then.
That's kind of rad.
Yeah, it is, but it's but I don't want to take it because someone already has it.
Ah.
Because apparently what Red Bull has like a motorbike team called the Romaniacs. I forget where I saw it, but like if you look up Romaniac on like YouTube, like
Mm.
you'll see
Yeah,
something
something
tied
comes up.
to Red Bull.
Yeah. Well, I guess uh well, I'm sure like if you do change your name, I'm pretty sure like you'll
Mm-hmm.
find something that is a dude like a really unique one and like,
Yeah.
special to you, which is like I
Yeah.
feel like that's the most
No.
important thing. As long as you like as
Yeah.
long as you feel like as if it identifies with you, then like that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really I don't
Yeah.
think it necessarily really matters too much that it if it's like super unique or not, but more so that it's like it speaks to you rather, if that makes sense.
Right.
Marketing
I
wise, maybe
mean,
a unique name would be better,
yeah.
but like
I
message behind it.
right. I think the uniqueness does have to play some part in it um because I do think like if I have a name that like other people use, it'll just be buried, and people won't take me I guess as seriously because like, oh, I've already heard that name before. Sounds like some cringy 16-year-old on the internet or something like that. But like, like I'm trying to think. There, I have looked up like sometimes the people misspell my name and they forget the S, so they just put down Dan Demand, and literally I would get something like um what is it, like a whole bunch of financial videos for some odd reason. So the fact that I have, so
Yeah.
I want people to, you know, when they want to look up me,
Yeah,
can find me
a
really
searchable
easily.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, I want searchable. I think
Yeah.
DansDemand one word is fine. Even then, like, if some people put a space in between Dans and Demand, you'll still find me.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what I want, because I don't want people to be trying to find me and they end up with a YouTuber.
Yeah. You want a searchable name like mine.
Yeah, iNDiGO,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know. There's
No,
only
I
one and it's
I mean the
just me.
pizza podcast,
Okay,
the
yeah.
pizza podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's Pizza Time podcast. You can't. There's only one.
Yeah, like that. Like when people are like, I want to look at the Pizza Time podcast, they'll get you exactly.
Yeah, there's like one other Pizza Time podcast, but I think they're even smaller than we are. So I think
Right.
and they have only like they don't have 60 episodes.
You're
So
right. So
let's go. Anyway, I guess like moving like forward, like with your project, like with your music and stuff like that. Like I guess what do you see
mhm.
like what is your like ultimate goal? Like not like more so like I guess for your music rather. Like where do you like want
For
it
my
to go?
music.
Yeah. Like do you have it
See,
like are there Oh,
mm, no, you go ahead.
I was going to say like I guess to are there like any labels you want to release on, any venues you want to play, any festivals you want to do, any people you want to work with?
Gotcha.
That whole like where do you want it to go?
So, well, of course, I want to be on, like, you know, Disciple or Say Die on that stuff. The box, and plus a couple of my friends have already released on there, so I might as well join the crowd.
Mm.
I also want to see if I can be on Indefinite Records, that new label,
Yeah.
ran by Akuma and Definitive, I believe his name is.
Yes. Yes.
So I want to try that. I don't really have much for shows, except probably, I don't know, Lost Lands. That'd be a fun one to tackle.
Danish Demand at Lost Lands. That'd be sick.
Yeah, exactly. See.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What?
Dance Demand Lost Lands. It rhymes. It's
Dance
swag.
Demand, Lost Lands.
Yeah.
Lost Demands.
Dan's Lands.
Yes, exactly. Dance Lands. Yeah. See, this is also why I keep the name, because you can literally rhyme it with anything. Even on Twitter, I'm Trans Demand.
That that's actually awesome. So that's
yeah.
victory.
So yeah, you can rhyme almost anything with "and." So I think that's one of the reasons. Another reason why I like to keep it, because like you can rhyme it with anything else, and it's just a great marketing strategy.
True.
Anyway,
your goals.
back to like my goal. But like overall, what I want to do is I want to see if I can make good enough music and, like, you know, have a decent enough audience to be like, wow, DansDemand was like one of the greatest dubstep artists of my time. I feel like I'll never be able to achieve that, but like that goal in mind is what I'm trying to strive for.
Like,
even if I get close, or even if I just like make someone's day, if I make someone's childhood, or they're like, yo, your music really helps me out during bad times and all that shit, like,
yeah,
I'll be happy.
I feel like that's definitely a good way to think about it. Like, I mean, I know that there's like a lot of people that are like, oh, you shouldn't shoot too high, right? But you know, if you shoot high up, if it's like, if you don't hit like the intended target, you'll at least hit somewhere below it. So like, it's like you need to aim for something that is like, I guess I don't want to say far fetched, but you want to aim for something that seems like a little bit over the top in order to get the drive to do things.
I think the thing with me is like I always have these like far-fetched dreams and ideas, and people are just like saying, "Oh, I think you should have something a lot more realistic," but I don't see myself doing anything else. Of course, like have a backup plan and all that shit, but like, I think like if you don't even try to aim the target that you wanted all along,
you're not gonna
then
get there to begin with. It's like fucking if I wanna hit the bullseye, I'm gonna aim for the bullseye. I'm not gonna
exactly.
I'm not gonna aim to the left and be like, I'm getting as close as I can.
I think that's actually a great way to describe that. Thank you. I've been trying to figure out the words for it for years, and you just literally did it in like 5 seconds.
It's like I don't like people try to use that like terminologies like shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. It's like you'll suffocate in the vacuum of space, though. But like I like the fucking archery one better because it's like you will hit something. If you aim for what you want, you'll still hit something.
Don't stop shooting arrows until you hit the bullseye.
Yeah, keep going. But it's like you can't hit the bullseye if you're not aiming for it.
Exactly. Practice as well. Practicing makes perfect.
And also like optimism is something that's like people take for granted a lot, and a lot of people shit on optimistic viewpoints. But like optimism, it keeps you going. It's like I'm personally a pessimist, and it's like I kind of wish I was a little more optimistic because like there's times where it's like I think it's like it's like I don't want to do things because I'm just that confident I'm gonna fuck it up. But it's like, again, it's like if you don't do it, you're not gonna know. So it's like I've been trying to force myself to like actually get things done, or at least trying things.
I think a huge part of that, because how like people constantly ask me like, "Oh, Danny, what are your demands?" and all that stuff. Trying to be a joke and all.
I've personally never heard it, but I will take your word for it.
All right. Well, I every now and then I get people asking me that. It's like, "Yo, Danny, where are your demands?" And I have told people what they were. It's gone to the point where like, okay, I have to have like a demand, otherwise people won't shut up. So on record, like even though I've told this to people, like I'm gonna have this on right now. My demand is for you to love yourself. Oh. And like people are instantly gonna be like, "What? No, give me your real no." That's literally the one demand, because like, have you ever like ran into like people, especially like music artists that like shit talk themselves, like they're trying to bring themselves down, like, "Oh, I'll never be as great as this," and like, "Oh, this song sucks. I'm sorry for even making it in the first place," or something like that. It just. To me, it always just sucks when people bring themselves down, even when they're not warranted at all.
Yeah, it's so. Thinking. See, I do that occasionally, but it's like I can at least see with the things like I create, there is at least a little bit of good in there. It's like if you can't see any of that, then it's like that's not healthy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I there have been times where like of course like I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, this is the worst thing ever. I feel awful about this," but like that's just like my emotions going off. So what I do is like I let my emotions exhaust themselves, and then I think logically after that point like, "Oh no, it's it's the song doesn't suck. I just need to develop the idea more." So give it time.
Yeah. It's like, having like that, I guess, self-doubt. It's like, it's definitely something that you really got to overcome. But like conversely,
Right.
if you have like way too much faith in your stuff, that's also not a great thing.
Right.
I know that
Exactly.
there's also
Yeah.
like a
Have a healthy blend. Yeah.
yeah, because you know I've come across people that were like this is gonna be fucking mind blowing shit, and then you know obviously like it sets people up for disappointment.
Right. I think the problem with it is like when you think too far one way or another, you become deaf to the things that you're
Yeah,
making and listening to. So you have to be for sure that you're actually listening, and
yeah,
not only to the music but to yourself. You know, like have
yeah.
you?
You want to be grounded enough that you don't like float away, but you don't want to be too
Yeah,
grounded that you're like already got a foot in the grave kind of deal.
exactly, exactly. What I wanted to say something, but then I forgot. Like that goldfish memory I was telling you about. But mm, damn, yeah,
Ah, dude, don't worry. That happens to me like regularly every episode. I think
yeah,
if you've watched any episode, I think you know that. So like, don't worry.
yeah. No. I've seen the one
You know what?
the
Actually,
um
yeah.
with
I don't know.
Akuma,
Continue.
my
Oh yeah,
babe.
yeah. That was an episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Actually, if you're not sure what to say, we can have John. You haven't since you haven't had an
Oh, we can
episode
phone a
in like
friend.
forever. Yeah, no, yeah,
We can
Uh,
phone
John.
a friend.
You haven't been on an episode in I don't even I want to say like 5 6
uh,
months. So like we're gonna give you a one like 30 seconds just John right now. Go.
like, uh, you gotta ask something. You gotta,
No. What do you think of my demands?
demand.
Uh, all right. Hold on, pause the clock. All right. So
Okay,
my
okay.
demands that I said earlier, is to love yourself because people will constantly ask me, "Hey, Dan, what's your demands?" Those are my
Yeah,
demands. What your thoughts? 30 seconds. Go.
I mean, I completely agree with you. Like, you always gotta like kind of. I feel like you, because I have like I have some experience too. I always like I'm sometimes like super harsh on myself. So I guess like I agree with you on that. There's like you always gotta have like a time to like kind of love yourself. You know,
Right.
like I don't know how to say it, but like, you gotta give yourself some credit. Basically, like
Yes.
gotta be
Give him
positive.
credit.
Woo,
Yep.
let's
Give
go,
yourself.
John.
I give credit where it's due.
Let's go,
Heck
John.
yeah.
This is a lot better than the
Proud
last
of
time we
you.
tried this, and you just stammered for like the entire minute.
You know what it is? You just put him on the spot without giving him a prompt.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. That's a fair point. I did do that, I think. So
I'm not like
Yeah.
super like I guess I'm more like I guess like introverted, so it's really hard to.
I mean,
yeah,
practice makes perfect.
you'll
Yeah,
get there
I,
eventually.
I'm an
I
introvert as
was
well, but like I gotta force
Sam.
myself.
I
you
like
gotta step up.
yeah. I don't seem like an introvert when I'm on the internet, but like, goddamn,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the weirdest fucker in person. I'm the guy who regularly is. They'll be like, and the person at Panda Express will be like, enjoy your food, and I'm regularly the guy who goes, you too.
No, that's me as well.
And like
That's everyone. Don't
no, but
worry.
I'm the guy who says you too, walks to the door, and it's a pull door, and I push it, and then I accidentally like slam my face against the glass. That's me on a regular, every day.
On a damn, that's a lot of broken doors.
And it feels like they change the direction of the door every single time because every time I break it, meaning that I never get it right.
Aww.
No, no.
Aww.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh
Aww.
no, now I feel weird. But yeah, I think we're
Oh
about like
no.
around
No,
yeah,
don't feel weird.
we've gone for about an hour now. So I
Oh,
guess are there any like last things that
all right.
you wanna address? Any last things that you want to say to anybody out there? Any advice to give? Any tips?
Well, for one, trans rights, of course.
Let's
You know, gotta
go.
put that out there.
Poggers.
Yes. Follow me on SoundCloud, Spotify, Twitter, Insta. What else? I don't know. I don't really have much to promote. Oh, maybe I am trying to do lessons more. So if you ever want to like talk with me, like learn some either sound design or like song arrangement or just anything that I know how to do, I can help you out.
All right. Fucking if I guess for everybody listening, you can go check out Danny's socials and stuff all in the description below. Hit her up
yes.
for some lessons. Yeah, I'm sure she'd be grateful for that. You can also check out.
Please, I need food.
It's a vibe. You can also check out myself and John's stuff in the description, as well as the rest of the podcast. All our episodes. Check out our other episodes. I'll also I'll put a link to the Akuma episode as well if you want to watch that. Watch me embarrass myself again.
Yeah, you better support her. You better support my babe.
All right. But on that note, thank you, Danny, so much for coming through.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah. I'm glad we got this opportunity to talk, and I guess for everybody else, yeah, we'll see everybody in the next episode.
All right.
And you know what time it is? You want to say
what?
it? You want to say it?
Adventure time! Oh.
Oh, shit.
It's pizza time.
There we go.